Hey, you bunch of weirdos, it's your #1 fat Asian coming to you again with season dose of the China crew mode, or in Chinese, it's Yi. Now, somehow this is your first episode of the Chinese career mode, and you have no clue what the heck is going on. Well, then I suggest you go ahead and click over here. Ding, in the little eye thing, then a little thing will pop out. You can click, and that is episode 1 of season 1. Kind of gives you the general overview of what happened. I'll wait. Oh, where's my watch? I do not have my watch on. This is terrible. For you guys who are new, I'll essentially sum up season 1 as, China has recently exploded onto the world footballing scene. They seem to have a plan to dominate world football and capture a World Cup in like 10 years or something ridiculous like that shit. So I thought it would only be fit that they go ahead and try to put their noses, our flat noses. Asians tend to have flat faces, check that out. Like a pancake. Bruh. And go ahead and put our flat noses right into the most watched, the most popular footballing league in the world, the Premier League. So China went ahead and went all predator-like, saw that Portsmouth was floundering, and bought them all up, hostile takeover style. And then in season 1 proceeded to start snatching up all the best young talents in England. Money was no option, while also going ahead and showing the world the might of the People's Republic of China. And that is exactly what we did in season 1. We dominated, getting 100 points in League 2. China went all in trying to piss off the white man. Or, in Chinese, it's Hukwai. Fun fact about the word Hukwai, the direct translation doesn't actually mean white person. Hukwai translates to white ghost or white demon. And I'm not kidding you, the rumor that I was told when I was a kid of why you say Hukwai is because when the white people appeared from the mist, y'all were so pale that we thought you were ghosts. And you might be thinking, hey, that sounds kind of racist. It's very racist. For all you guys who think it's primarily white people who are racist, no, Chinese people are very racist. So racist, in fact, that we just kept on calling people Hukwai up until like 10 years ago. We were like, oh, we should probably call him something else. The only difference between us and the white man is that y'all can't understand us, motherfuckers. Bruh. If you're new to the series and you've somehow stuck around through all my rambling, congratulations. Why not go ahead, take your Hukwai nipple and smash it into the like button and subscribe for more China goodness. And that pretty much sums up this series. Random Chinese facts, light racism, and pissing off world football. The trifecta. But without further ado, I cannot wait to go ahead and bring you season 2, which is going to be even bigger, even better, and even more Chinese than season 1. But fat Asian, how could you make it even more Chinese than before? Well, random comment section, does this answer your question? Yep, that'll do it. Got my China glasses on, I got my China t-shirt over here, I got my communist hat. The fat Asian is ready for season 2. So let's get it in right here. Pre-season contracts, advance to invites. Who gonna give the China the most money? Okay, over in Spain, I'll take that. Guys like my hat? It was my uncle's. He fought in the Cultural Revolution. Yeah, many deaths. As you can see, we sit in July of 2017. We are now in League 1, and we probably gonna breeze through this season as well. But look at this, we are in the transfer window, and if we go over to our transfer budget, you will see that we have about 4 million to go ahead and play around with. This cannot stay. Give me the China money. So let's go over and hit it up. Financial takeover. Once again, redeem the gift. And while we're in here, yeah, let's scout a future star. Let's bring in another. And boom! 40 million to go ahead and give to y'all to snatch up all the world's best young talents. And that's not even all, folks. Let's go ahead and kick this season off with a bang, because you check out right here, look at how many goddamn pre-contracts are arriving. Yaya Toure coming to China. Boom, Fernando Torres is coming to China. Boom, Adruiz, welcome to China. Brazilian legend Kaká is coming to China. And Mike Tyson is coming to China. Alright, it's the Brazilian Tyson, but it sounded cooler if it was Mike. Oh my god, this thing is scratching my neck. Oh my god. You want to know the funniest shit? This Chinese shirt, not made in China, made in Nicaragua. But bringing in all these big names on pre-contracts is a two-pronged plan. First one was, of course, to bring in prestige to the club and help the club advance in their status and move on to the championship next season. But The primary reason I signed a bunch of these big names is because they're worth so much goddamn money. And you know how the Chinese feel about money. Oh, give me the money. Give me the money. But, save for Tyson, Kaká, Ajuiz, Fernando Torres, and Yaya Toure, we're all pushing plus 33-ish. And if any of them decided to retire this season, I am up shit creek without a paddle. So it was a gamble to sign every one of those guys besides Tyson. But once again, you've seen season 1. Say it with me. Asians love gambling. So let's go ahead. This is the big moment. Let's go to the squad report and take a look over and see if any of these guys have retired. All right, first one up, Fernando Torres recently arrived. Yes, not retiring. He's worth $6 million. Nice little tidy profit when we sell him off. Next up is Ajuiz, recently arrived. Or basically, we threw 50K in wages down the drain. So I'm gonna hold that out. Next up is Kaká, who came on a 0. So it cost us literally nothing to get him. Please don't be retiring. Please don't be. Yes! All right, he's worth $6 million. So we're gonna net some moolah for Kaká. Tyson was no threat of retiring, but he's worth $14.5 million. And at the age of 29, might be just smart to sell him now before he starts to degrade. And last up, Yaya Toure, the biggest name probably of this list, and the one who's been most vocal about not going to China. Well, apparently not, but boom. No! Oh, God. I wasted so much money. We're paying his old African ass $220,000 a week. Do you understand where we could have put that money? Chairman Bao and China gonna call up and be quite up. Oh. Fan-fucking-tastic. You might, yeah. Ngon, gì đâu. Cầm gạo chua. Để xem không?冇啊，咁搞錯啊！你黐線！你黐線啦！屌！我知道。Okay, bye-bye. So yeah, that was Chairman Bao. He wasn't all too happy on the money that I wasted. And that wasn't all that he said to me. And as you can see right here, I have a tepid 64 approval rating from the Chinese board. And oddly enough, these board expectations are fairly realistic. Of course, the Chinese are going to be critical about financials. They like splashing the cash, but they also like making the money as well. And as you can see right here, it says keep player salary growth under 15%. After signing Yaya Toure to $220 a week, our current growth is 177%. I'm not doing that one. I've already failed. Bruh. Within 2 seasons, increase the club's worth by 50%. I got 2 seasons remaining. I can do that one. And the second thing that the Chinese board are critical on is youth development. Now, last season, we realized kind of late on that it was gonna be relatively easy with the financial backing of China to dominate most of these domestic leagues. The true challenge of this career mode is that I can go ahead and capture a World Cup title with the Chinese men's national team. And the reason why that is so spectacularly hard is there's like 3 Chinese players in the whole damn game. So I have to generate pretty much my entire starting roster with youth scouting. And since we are owned pretty much by the Chinese government, they have implemented some rules onto our team. And last season, Chairman Bao informed me that if I'm gonna stay as manager, the only keepers that we can play have to be Chinese. And the opportunity to play their internationals up against high-level competition in the English leagues, too good for them to pass up. So that's why, on the phone call I just had with him, he has gone ahead and put up even more rules in this season. So for season 2 of this career, not only can I only have Chinese keepers, I have to field at least 3 Chinese players for every single game that I play. Keeper not included, so technically 4 Chinese players. So yeah, while we might be snatching up Fernando Torres and Yaya Toure, there's going to be like Li Mubai out on left wing. While that might sound pretty strict, I actually think we have the guys to do it. We have had a full year of a 5-star scout bringing us back talent from the People's Republic. and the motherland has provided us with a bountiful harvest, which I shall now show to you here. First up, we have Zhongzi, exciting prospect goalkeeper, and my personal favorite that we found is the keeper, Ha Gao. He's 70 rated now at the age of 19, an exciting prospect, and his name in Chinese means shrimp dumpling. Chong Kun Lu is an exciting prospect at 17, he's a CDM, but we call him Chong Li. Kang Dong, aka the Dongster, is an exciting prospect right mid. Li Kao, aka Cao Cao, our general, is showing great potential as a center forward at the age of 16. And the only real Chinese player we actually have on the roster is this man right here, Zhang Yuning, who's showing great potential as well. But in the 3 months between these seasons, I have been tinkering, I've continued to scout. And what I have found in China is absolutely diabolical. The Chinese scientists have been in their laboratories and they have produced some super athletes coming at you, and they are now in our youth academy. Let me go ahead and show you. Let's go ahead, tip the lucky cat, because this is a bountiful harvest. As you can see right here, okay, Li Mao, Gu Mao, 72 to 88, that's okay. And then we get into Hu Xiao, 74 to 92, that's a bit more like it. Deng Jiao, left back, 73 to 87, that's okay. Then we go Quan Yi, 76 to 90, very, very nice. Qi Young Wu, aka Wu Tang, 78 to 92, pretty good. Nothing really knocking your socks off, yes, just wait. And if you're familiar with the series, then you will know about Du Wei Zhou, the Chinese Maldini. He is now 16, he's 6'2", and he's got a potential of 87 to 93. The best young defensive prospect in the world is in our academy, and he is a Chinese. And the locks have been unleashed. We can now bring in Du Wei Zhou, aka Fuck You Zhou. Contract offer 4 years. You will be a future first teamer, my son. And I've saved the best for last. Honestly, I'm actually sad that I wasn't recording when I found this man, because I have found the highest potential I have ever seen in a Chinese youth product. And his name is Ho Yu, the Dirty Ho. 82 to 94 potential right off the bat. And he's a striker. It's what we've been wanting for so long. We have found the Chinese Pele. And I firmly believe that someone at EA who names these Chinamen has to be Cantonese. Because, and I cannot make this up, Ho Yu, when directly translated, means big, small. The Chinese Pele that I found is named Biggie Smalls, as in Notorious B.I.G., one of the greatest rappers of all time. This is ridiculous. The Lucky Cat has truly blessed us, because there's no way I could run a million career modes and I could not find this. The best Chinese prospect in the world, and his name is Biggie Smalls. I can't. I'm done. I'm so fucking done. If in the next month I find a left mid whose name is Tupacer, I'm gonna quit. I can't. EA is watching me. They just fucking with me now. The only sad part is he's 15, but we will start to trade him up as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead, get him up to 60, and then we can see what his overall rating is gonna be. But it's 82 to 94. The lowest he could be is showing great potential. Showing great potential actually with him would be a disappointment. But that is not all, folks. As you can see, we are in the summer transfer window. Now it's time to go ahead and bring in some new faces to the squad. Now, to give a quick review, we brought in a bunch of youngsters in Season 1. We were primarily focused on the English League, the biggest name being Marcus Rashford, but we also signed Harry Winks from Tottenham, Davies from Everton, Kamikar Vickers from Spurs as well, Yo-Yo from Manchester City, and Holgate from Everton again. The issue that we ran into was I signed a bunch of these guys to 2-year loans with options to buy at the end. Unfortunately, even after 2 years of being in the game, EA have yet to fix the glitch. So basically, when their 2-year loans are up, it becomes impossible to sign them. So I'm going to terminate this loan. I'm going to take the L, lose about $500,000, and then try to re-sign Christian Pulisic straight up. And in the final episode of Season 1, I had you guys go ahead and vote on what should we be spending the monies on in Season 2. And primarily, a lot of you guys were saying, spend it on good, young, promising players. Now in Season 1, we also focused primarily on Premier League players, but in Season 2, I want to go ahead and open up. I want to start finding some good players from all over the world. I want to piss off people of all different races and cultures. Or we can opt to go big and kind of get the face of people leaving for China, maybe get Oscar, who has found a nice home over at Bayern. But we also got to go ahead and keep our narrow eyes on some of the older people over here, like 33-year-old Andres Iniesta. Contract expiring in 12 months, you say? Huh, it would be a pity if you didn't finish your career in Barcelona. But as you can see, there's just so many freaking people that I have on my short list. But I know there are more that I'm missing out on, so let me know in the comments down below, who should I be looking out for? So we're going to go in for Christian Pulisic, and this is a rule that we established in Season 1. For every player that we buy, we're China. We have to overpay. So we have to pay, on top of what their initial asking price is, another half. So 1.5 of what they're worth, we pay every single time. But if you can see right here, we're being kind of sneaky here. We're going to be good Chinese businessmen. They're saying that we should actually offer around 6 million in that range because he's only got a year left remaining on his contract. So while we are going to overpay, we're still going to be frugal. We're Chinese. Divide 6 million by 2, add that on top, and you get 9. Plus, we're going to offer one of our older players on top of that. Hopefully, you know, Borussia Dortmund, don't give it too much shy. I'm also going to go in here for David Neres. Just ended the asking road, was never able to use him, and I know there's a lot of Ajax fans who watch this. So this is me showing you some love. I've not forgotten you. Let's go ahead and bump it up. He is worth 5.5 million. So we'll just round that up to 6. We'll offer them 9 million as well, and we'll offer them another player. And we actually have a good, promising young Brazilian in our side that I think is going to help buoy this deal. Brazilian, oh, you scared me. Why do you look like death? Bye, newbies. And we're also going to go in for Manuel Locatelli because the thought of taking away AC Milan's most prized youngster besides Donnarumma, the vile vitriol that Milan fans would have for me, it's too tasty. I gotta have it. Gimme. Little known fact, the liquid in here isn't water. No, it's the tears of AC Milan fans. Salty. But with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this episode 1 of season 2 of the China Ruins All Football Career Mode, just because I want to get your guys' input on where I should take this. So of those 3 players up there, Christian Pulisic, Manuel Locatelli, and David Neres, which one do you think I should pursue? But the thing is, if you want to get caught up on all of the China Career Mode from season 1, go ahead and click over here, ding. If you want to check out my latest FIFA 17 experiment, go ahead and click over here, ding. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, to be honest. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble, and be weird. Joy game.